Hey everybody, welcome to Chatting with Chops, or welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to try and make some Irish soda bread, and I'm going to show you how to make it vegan as well. So let's get started. Okay, so you see we've got our ingredients out for our Irish soda bread, and I have to tell you, my fennel seeds are smelling big at the moment. All right, so the first thing we want to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees, and we are going to take and mix our dry ingredients first. So we want to take our 4 cups of flour. Poof, big cloud of flour. And then we're going to take our sugar, and we have a 1/2 cup of sugar. We have 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We have our 1 teaspoon of salt. We have 1 cup of raisins. And then I wanted to show you guys, the recipe asked for 2 tablespoons of caraway seeds. I was unable to find caraway seeds, but I found that a good substitution, according to the internet, is fennel seeds. So I went ahead and got some fennel seeds, and they smell amazing. So I have 2 heaping tablespoons of fennel seeds. Okay, so I'm just gonna give that a good little stir just so that everything isn't all together. All right. And then what we want to do is mix our wet ingredients. So what we want to do is take our melted butter, which we have 2 tablespoons of melted butter here. And then we have our eggs. So I have 2 eggs I'm going to put in here. Okay. And then we have our 2 cups of buttermilk. And this is the part I was going to tell you about being able to make it vegan. In this aspect, what you would do is you'd use your vegan butter, and then you would use applesauce instead of the eggs. And you can find vegan buttermilk. It's a little bit hard to find, but you can find it. So I'm going to whisk those together. Just make sure that my eggs are all broken up. Okay, now is when we want to bring them together. This recipe goes really quickly. So we've got our dry ingredients, and now we're just going to pour our wet ingredients in. Make sure I get all of that good wet ingredients. And now it says I'm supposed to use a wooden spoon or a spatula to just fold this in. So we're trying to make sure we don't have any more dry spots when we're finished mixing this. It does say to mix it by hand, so I'm not using my big mixer, and have not made this before. I don't know if it would negatively impact the recipe if I did use the mixer, so maybe we'll try that another time. Smells wonderful though. I have those fennel seeds and that buttermilk is what I'm really smelling. Okay, I think we're almost there. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing caught on the bottom. Oh, yep, a little pocket of flour mixture over there. And I usually just keep mixing until I don't see any more dry ingredients caught up anywhere. Okay, I think we're there. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is get my pan ready. So I have a cast iron skillet here. All right, and I was going to tell you, the recipe does not tell you what size cast iron, and I have a husband that loves cast iron skillets, so I probably have every size known to man. So let's see, we're looking at, I guess you could probably say that is a 10-inch. It's a little smudge, a little bit more, a little bit less. So I'm going to be using a 10-inch, so that way you can base it on your, when it comes out, you can base it on whether it was too thick or too thin, not the right consistency or whatever what you may want. Okay, and then I'm just getting it real buttered up. All right, so the next thing we want to do is spread it into our prepared pan. I don't want to miss anything here, so I'm going to get all of this out of the pan. Okay, and then we're just going to try and spread this around as evenly as we can. Okay. Okay, we have our oven preheated at 350, and we're just going to put our soda bread mixture in the middle of our oven, and we're going to bake that for 60 minutes. All right, here we go. Here is our beautiful Irish soda bread. Oh my God, it turned out fantastic. Here, let me give you guys a different angle. So it rose just a little bit. I probably should have used a bigger skillet. It looks like it definitely could have used a bigger pan. But now we're just gonna let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna pull it out of the skillet and see if we can slice it and taste it. I have to tell you, it smells fantastic. All right, the first thing I want to do is just cut it in half, period. I want to see what it looks like inside. It's still very warm, and the recipe says you do want to eat it warm so you can have some good, wonderful butter to melt on it. So let's see what it looks like inside. I cooked it for 60 minutes on 350 degrees. Oh my God, look at how gorgeous that looks. That is fantastic. Oh, I'm so pleased with how that turned out. That is a good loaf too. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna cut me off with just a little wedge here. Oh, it's still very hot. Let's get us a big dollop of butter for that. Okay. All right, there we have it. We've got our beautiful Irish soda bread. Nice hunkin' piece of it. Cooked it for 60 minutes at 350 degrees. And let's see if we can get a nice little bite out of it. Mmm. Oh, that is fantastic. We've got the beautiful raisins in there, giving a little bit of sweetness, but that would complement any meal that you put that with. That is just fantastic. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the next bake.